What's up, guys? It's Sean back with the next step of the service process. Hope everyone is having a great day, a great week, a great month, and a great year. I'm just here to try to help open your mind and hopefully focus and improve your game. Listen, next step is write up. I've covered appointment setting, I've covered reception, I've covered, setting boundaries and kind of covering yourself and setting up for the right expectation of how long things are going to take. Now is probably the most important part is write up. It is important for warranty aspects. If you're at a new car franchise, it's important for your customer's expectation. It's important for the technician to be able to fix the car right the first time. It is the most important part. So rule number one, meet them in the service drive and do a walk around, period. I know that every service advisor in the history of writing service has heard about the walk around. Most bosses probably harp on the fact that you're covering your ass for dents and stuff. Frankly, that's the least of my worries in the service drive. Really what it is your office is not comfortable. They're more comfortable at their car. It's where you're going to see car seats. It's where you're going to see college football or pro football stickers. It's where you're going to see pictures of family members in the car. You're going to see fuzzy steering wheel covers and all kinds of things that make it unique and make it theirs, and it's where they're comfortable, and that's what they want to talk about. They do not want to sit at your desk staring at a battery promo sheet and a red, yellow, green tire tread depth gauge and is your transmission fluid clean ad. They don't want to see any of that shit. They want to be out of their car talking about themselves. Let them do that, and it starts by meeting them out there. If they have to come inside and then you ask them to come back outside, now you're just being redundant. Now you're just an asshole. Frankly, that's the nicest way to put it. You're not helping them at all. They just came in. Now you're going to drag them back outside? Make sure you meet them out there. Please, 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 please. Number two, get all the information. Get their name, get their phone number, get their email address, get their phone number, get their email address, get their spouse's phone number, get their spouse's email address, get a cell phone number, a work phone number, a fax, a work email, a spouse's work email, and their neighbor's email, just in case something terrible happens to the car while it's here and you can't reach them. All of their contact information. You should have already have gotten all this at the appointment. You should just be confirming all of it, but please, 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 please. How many times do you go to call somebody and you can't reach them? The other thing is to find out their preferred method of contact. Most recent research in our industry is over 30% of people would prefer text or email as the method of contact. Refer to my earlier video about Google Voice. If you don't want to give out your cell phone or you don't have a CRM that'll let you text them, you can get a Google Voice number, run it through an app on your phone. It is free if they live in the continental United States, and you can create a local phone number that you can text them from. Keep track of all of your customers in that app. That way they're not calling your cell phone at midnight or texting your cell phone at midnight on a Sunday when you're trying to sleep, because you can actually turn it off. You can do not disturb it outside of your normal business hours. So get every means of contact and find out which one they prefer and use that. Next, probably the most important part is customer states. If it's under warranty and they're saying that my window's broken and you write it up, customer states window's broken, what's warranty going to say? We don't fix broken stuff. We fix faulty or defective stuff. So you want to obviously use the right words. I'm sure most people that are watching this already know about that. But the more important part is if we're getting into a noise or we're getting into something else, you've got to make sure that you give the technician every bit of information. I don't know how many times. It goes from a noise that may not happen all the time. It may only happen at certain speeds or when turning or in the rain or after an hour of driving, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you get that information. But more importantly, and I've had it happen in my own store, you write it up for customer states installed tire. Technician goes to parts to get a tire. Part says, we don't stock this size tire. We don't have one. Sorry. Technician comes back to you and you say, oh, no, we ordered that yesterday. We've got one back there for them. Maybe parts didn't catch on to that because you didn't put it on the RO. Customer states install special order tire. 2 words saves a technician 10 minutes, saves parts 10 minutes, saves you 10 minutes, gets the customer out 10 minutes earlier. If you add everybody's time up, you're saving 40 minutes. So please, please communicate everything that you know to them. Somebody comes into a hospital with triage and they say, yeah, I fell down a flight of stairs and felt a crack in my hip, and then it bruised up and the bruising went down, but it still hurts like hell. That was last week. And then you go in to see the doctor and the doctor's like, yeah, it says here your hip hurts. There's a lot of information that's being missed that somebody has, but they're not sharing it with people that need to know it. Don't be that guy. Share everything you have. Last but not least, number 4, 10, 2, and 4. Every time, all day, 10, 2, and 4, live by it. Live and die by that. Okay, the only reason you shouldn't call somebody 3 times a day at 10, 2, and 4 is if you talk to them at 10 o'clock and let them know that their car won't be ready until tomorrow. Maybe. I really feel like you should still call them at 2 and 4 just to go the extra mile and just confirm that they know what's up. Because how many times do you tell somebody something at 9 o'clock and at 3 they're calling to see if it's ready? I told you 5 hours ago it won't be. You could still call them at 10, 2, and 4, but that's the only time that you really could get away with, you talk to them at 2 o'clock, tell them car will be done tomorrow. I'll give you a pass on that one at 4 o'clock. But the next morning at 10, you better call them. And the most important part of 10, 2, and 4 is making sure the customer's in on it. They need to know that you're going to call them at 10, 2, and 4. You may want to say 11, 3, or 5, and then you're calling an hour early. Now you're a hero. Now you're over-delivering on the promise. But they've got to be in on it. Just because you call them at 10, 2, and 4, you may be planning on calling all of your customers at 4 o'clock, but at 3:30 they all call in, defeats the whole purpose. They just forced you to do it earlier when you weren't ready. It's still a scramble. It defeats the whole purpose. So make sure that they know. Make sure they're expecting the call, and then above all, do it, please. That's all I got for write-up and service reception today. Again, get all of their info. Make sure you have their preferred method of contact. Do a walk around. Meet them at the car. Build some rapport. Mention things about their car and let them talk about themselves before you jump right into business talking about their broke car. Write up a good RO for the technician and call them at 10, 2, and 4 and make sure they're expecting the call at 10, 2, and 4. That's all I got. Make it a great week.